Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 5, Book 58, number 148. Narrated by Abu Sa'id al-Khudri. Some people, i.e. the Jews of Bani bin Qurayza, agreed to accept the verdict of Sa'd bin Mu'az of the Prophet sent for him, i.e. Sa'd bin Mu'az. He came riding a donkey, and when he approached the mosque, the Prophet said, "Get up for the best amongst you," or said, "Get up for your chief." Then the Prophet said, "O Sa'd, these people have agreed to accept your verdict." Sa'd said, "I judge that their warriors should be killed and their children and women should be taken as captives." The Prophet said, "You have given a judgment similar to Allah's judgment, or the king's judgment." Volume 5, Book 58, number 149. Narrated by Anas. Two men left the Prophet on a very dark night. Suddenly a light came in front of them, and when they separated, the light also separated along with them. Volume 5, Book 58, number 150. Narrated by Abdullah bin Amr. I heard the Prophet saying, "Learn the recitation of Quran from four persons: Ibn Mas'ud, Salim, the freed slave of Abu Hudhaifa, Ubay and Mu'adh bin Jabal." Volume 5, Book 58, number 151. Narrated by Aisha. Aisha said, "Before that, he, i.e. Sa'd, was a pious man." Volume 5, Book 58, number 152. Narrated by Abu Asad. Allah's Apostle said, "The best of the Ansar's houses are those of Bani and Najjar, then those of Bani Abdul Ashhal, then those of Bani al-Harith bin al-Khazraj, then those of Bani Sada. But there is goodness in all the houses of the Ansar." Sa'd bin Ubadah, who was one of those who embraced Islam early, said, "I see that Allah's Apostle is giving others superiority above us." Some people said to him, "But he has given you superiority above many other people." Volume 5, Book 58, number 153. Narrated by Masruq. Abdullah bin Mas'ud was mentioned before Abdullah bin Amr, who said, "That is a man I still love. As I heard the Prophet saying, 'Learn the recitation of Quran from four' from Abdullah bin Mas'ud. He started with him: Salim, the freed slave of Abu Hudhaifa, Mu'adh bin Jabal and Ubay bin Kabi." Volume 5, Book 58, number 154. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said to Ubay, "Allah has ordered me to recite to you, 'Those who disbelieve,' Surah Al-Bayna 98. Ubay said, "Has he mentioned my name?" The Prophet said, "Yes." On hearing this, Ubay started weeping. Volume 5, Book 58, number 155. Narrated by Qatada. Anas said, "The Quran was collected in the lifetime of the Prophet by four men, all of whom were from the Ansar: Ubay, Mu'adh bin Jabal, Abu Zaid and Zaid bin Thabit." I asked Anas, "Who is Abu Zaid?" He said, "One of my uncles." Volume 5, Book 58, number 156. Narrated by Anas. On the day of the Battle of Uhud, the people ran away, leaving the Prophet, but Abu Talha was shielding the Prophet with his shield in front of him. Abu Talha was a strong, experienced archer who used to keep his arrow bow strong and well stretched. On that day he broke 2 or 3 arrow bows. If any man passed by carrying a quiver full of arrows, the Prophet would say to him, "Empty it in front of Abu Talha." When the Prophet stated looking at the enemy by raising his head, Abu Talha said, "O Allah's Prophet, let my parents be sacrificed for your sake. Please don't raise your head and make it visible, lest an arrow of the enemy should hit you. Let my neck and chest be wounded instead of yours." On that day, I saw Aisha, the daughter of Abu Bakr and Sulaim, both lifting their dresses up so that I was able to see the ornaments of their legs, and they were carrying the water skins of their arms to pour the water into the mouths of the thirsty people and then go back and fill them and come to pour the water into the mouths of the people again. On that day, Abu Talha's sword fell from his hand twice or thrice. Volume 5, Book 58, number 157. Narrated by Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas. I have never heard the Prophet saying about anybody walking on the earth that he is from the people of paradise except Abdullah bin Salam. The following verse was revealed concerning him. And a witness from the children of Israel testifies that this Quran is true. 46.10. Volume 5, Book 58, number 158. Narrated by K. bin Ubad. While I was sitting in the mosque of Medina, there entered a man, Abdullah bin Salam, with signs of solemnity over his face. The people said, "He is one of the people of paradise." He prayed 2 light rakat and then left. I followed him and said, "When you entered the mosque," the people said, "He is one of the people of paradise." He said, "By Allah, one ought not say what he does not know. And I will tell you why. In the lifetime of the Prophet I had a dream which I narrated to him. I saw as if I were in a garden. He then described its extension and greenery. He added, in its center there was an iron pillar whose lower end was fixed in the earth and the upper end was in the sky, and at its upper end there was a ring-shaped handhold. I was told to climb it. I said, "I can't." Then a servant came to me and lifted my clothes from behind and I climbed till I reached the top of the pillar. Then I got hold of the handhold, and I was told to hold it tightly. Then I woke up and the effect of the handhold was in my hand. I narrated al-I that to the Prophet, who said, "The garden is Islam, and the handhold is the most truthworthy handhold. So you will remain as a Muslim till you die." The narrator added, the man was Abdullah bin Salam. Volume 5, Book 58, number 159. Narrated by Abu Burda. When I came to Medina, I met Abdullah bin Salam. He said, "Will you come to me so that I may serve you with sawik, i.e. powdered barley, and dates, and let you enter, blessed, house that in which the Prophet entered?" Then he added, "You are in a country where the practice of riba, i.e. usury, is prevalent. So if somebody owe you something and he sends you a present of a load of chopped straw or a load of barley or a load of provender, then do not take it, as it is riba." Volume 5, Book 58, number 160. Narrated by Jarrah bin Abdullah. Allah's apostle has never refused to admit me since I embraced Islam, and whenever he saw me, he would smile. In another narration, Jarrah bin Abdullah narrated, there was a house called Dul Khalasa in the pre-Islamic period, and it was also called Al-Kabar al-Yamaniya or Al-Kabar ash-Shamiyya. Allah's apostle said to me, "Will you relieve me from Dul Khalasa?" So I left for it with 150 cavalrymen from the tribe of Armers, and then we destroyed it and killed whoever we found there. Then we came to the Prophet and informed him about it. He invoked good upon us and upon the tribe of Armers.